I'm going to just go through my entire boot list from 18 to 1. I will also say their winner potential tier list scale from S to F. And that might be it. Maybe I'll throw in like their favorite type of tree or something. Something like that. So you get a good idea who these people are, how I see them. Since all this will probably be wrong, but it will also be 100% right. If you know, you know. Number 18, I have Shannon. Now, along with that, I'm going to throw in chances of winning, S to F. F. Now, normally, the person I put as the first boot doesn't necessarily always get the F tier ranking, which I usually only give to one person. Shannon, I will be praying for your downfall this whole season. Okay. Nothing against you. It's just how the cards fell. Shannon is my F. The reasons for this, let's go into the detail. I don't like the whole way she's approaching with the Chat GPT coaching. Honestly, that caught me off guard. I'm not someone who's like completely, standing against AI. But I think if you're referencing AI as a reason why you think you're going to be able to manipulate people when you get on Survivor, I just don't think AI is that advanced. And I think AI would probably make you play a way where you'd irritate people. And Shannon was bringing up a lot of themes that, if I was out on the island dealing with this, it would irritate me. So I think Shannon has a high percentage of irritating people and going early. I think she's going to be great TV. I really do. I hope she stays. But I just really don't see a world where this version of Shannon that is stepping on the season 49 is going to gel with these people enough to beat them at the end, even if she gets there. And I think her most realistic scenario is she goes home early, so that's why I have her going 18. She got coached by Boston Rob. What does that tell you? If you're dumb, it tells you, oh, she's going to go in there and fucking gunsling it. Every motherfucker that got coached on Island of the Idols lost. You know who won that season? The person who didn't get coached. You do not want to get coached unless it's by coach. Shannon is getting last. Officially. Boom, spoilers. I spoiled it. I didn't really, but if she's out first, I'm a prophet. Jeremiah. No, this is not because another astrology heavy person. I actually didn't know that until I just watched one of his little 1-minute videos just now. But the theme for Jeremiah is, I can't get a read on him, but it feels kind of like Kevin from last season energy. Like he might go in too hot. He could probably wheel and deal and get one thing over on someone, but I think it could also blow up in his face just as fast. I do think Jeremiah does have a lot of upside. I think his winner potential is a C. It's C or B. I'm gonna hold it to C since I'm kind of thinking it doesn't work out well for him. But I do think there's a world where Jeremiah wins this game. Like I might have him go with 17th, but he has a good shot at winning the game. That's why he's in C tier. I think he is charismatic. He got a nice laugh, traveling and all that. I think he can connect with people well. I think his issue is going to be, he just really scares me. If I was on the island, he scares me as someone that would be able to stab me in the back. I don't think he's going to be someone that has like a number one on his side. All right, next up, this one's a bit of a heartbreaker for me because I do like this person. And for me, it's a bit more of a, it's not you, it's the tribe you were on situation. I have a feeling this red tribe with, also, we're going to go into spoilers for 50. I don't know whether these people win or not, but I do know the two people that are on it. And I also know, we'll get into it later, but one of them really, there's a lot of things pointing towards them being the winner. We'll get to that, though. But as for Nate, I just think Nate's tribe is probably losing 3 people pre-merge, because I look at one tribe. What tribe? What's her name? Hina? I think it's Hina. I think that tribe's going to be very solid. I think the other tribe will probably go a couple times, but they're not going to go the most. I think this red tribe is going minimum 3 times. And I just think Nate is not going to have the connection where someone's going to vouch for him that I think Rizzo, Savannah, Jawan, and Sage will have. I think they will have people fighting for him. Nate is older. He stands out as not fitting in the group to me based on how he talks and how the other people talk. I can just see Nate sticking out. He might even choke a challenge or two. Who knows? I'm just kind of throwing that out there. He would probably smoke a challenge. I'm sorry, Nate. That was slanderous. Let me take that back. But this is where I have Nate going. But I do think his winner potential is B. He's a very well spoken individual. I can easily see him winning a jury vote if it gets to that point. All right, next up, number 15, we got Jason. As I was talking about, this is the goated tribe. I see a lot of people on this tribe that has a high potential winning. And I'll spoil a little bit. Everyone on this tribe, I got C or higher in the rankings. So for me, Jason is a B. I just think his problem's going to be, I can see them getting a little ooh-rah energy and want to keep strong. You got a guy like Matt. Maybe Matt goes before Jason. But I see Jason sticking out and Matt having too much aura for them to want to get rid of. And next thing you know, Jason's out. But if he gets to the merge, he's going to do some damage. Jason's in B tier. Everyone I'm putting in B or higher is like, I can really see him winning. So Jason is in that tier. Another B tier, Jawan. Jawan is probably the most like easy to root for guy I'm seeing on this. Jawan, there was nothing that like struck me off guard. He's the first person I watched, and I was like, I get energy of like a soul almost, like just a person no one will hate. But I also think something about him just feels like it's gonna be a Charlie Brown situation. Like something about that Jawan, nothing's gonna go his way. I can't really even say anything about it. He's just got the energy that no one is going to actually follow through with a plan he comes up with, and they're just going to do something else, and they're going to leave him in the out, and he's going to get fucked. So there's no real reason to think that. I don't know, he seems smart, but I just think also a little bit is, you look at his tribe, and spoilers again for 50, the two people returning are on his tribe. So I'm not going to have Rizzo or Savannah go out any earlier than like 8th. Okay? So, I probably would have like a Rizzo going out earlier. But Jawan, hey man, I hope you don't go out 14th. You seem really easy to root for. But I just think this tribe's going to lose a lot. And I think he's going to be the heartbreaker right before they like get to the merge. Alex has a D winning chance. I think he's got the same kind of vibe as Jeremiah. I think these two are going to beef. Now, maybe they will I feel like they both got the energy of someone that like is going to play hard and cutthroat. And maybe that means they'll team up. I just get the impression that Alex and Jeremiah are going to gun for each other. And no one's really going to have like full trust in either of them based on like how I'm hearing them speak. They both scare me in this game. I would be scared to work with them. Alex has a bit more of like, I think, sway on based off the conversations. That's why I put him higher. I see more likelihood of Alex becoming like a top dog scenario, and also his like work kind of, he's like more in that government sphere. Hey, those motherfuckers be yapping, okay? They know how to talk. So I give Alex the edge, but I just don't see a world where he wins. I think people are never gonna give him a complete control long enough for him to run it. And I think Alex is going to be the type of player that needs that control to run it. A little peek into the mind here. Number 12, Sage. I did, before I started filming this, have her going 16th. Then I play a video before just to like really nail my head as I watch a minute to see, am I good with where this placement is? And I place Sage's video, and I was like, I can't put Sage 16th. She gave me energy of like Tyson. I love Tyson. Even though Tyson doesn't like eat her fucking belly buttons or store them, whatever the fuck Sage said, some weird shit to open it. But I just like Sage's energy, so I had to boost her up. I don't see a world where anyone just dumps her out quick. Yeah, her name's Sage. Yeah, she could kind of give off that vibe of like a Shannon. No offense. Astrology relation. The type of shit that like if I was on an island, I would just, I might have some problems. Sage doesn't give off that vibe, even though exterior-wise and the name, you might think that initially. Sage seems very chill, very relaxed, very easy to talk to. So, 12th place simply comes down to the fact, I think at this point there will be, 3 of that tribe left? And I really think that final 2 from that tribe are going to be Rizzo and Savannah. based on 50. The latest finishing New Era person was 8th. So I can't really put Rizzo or Savannah any later. But again, like 50 really influenced where I'm putting these people, because otherwise those two, Savannah I'd definitely have pretty high, but Rizzo would be a lot lower. Not that I hate Rizzo, we'll get to it. I just think he's the type of person that if I'm on the island, we'll get to him. Never mind. Matt, C tier. I think this is kind of his floor placement. I don't really see this guy going earlier. Yeah, he's got the older dude appearances, but Matt is going to be like the just lovable person no one will want to get rid of. It's not like Suri, even though Suri was good at challenges in AU versus the World, Suri never goes early because people just like Suri too much and they don't care if she's bad at challenges. They're not going to get rid of her. Matt feels like he can be that same sort of thing in a Rupert way where he just kind of shows up. He's got his different look that no one really expects. He'll probably be funny, telling stories. He'll be a hard worker for sure. He's probably be good at challenges too. And there was just going to be no reason to get rid of him because he's also probably not going to be super conniving. So I think Matt's floor is very high. So winning, I don't know if he's going to really get into the nit and gritty and really trying hard to make super brave moves that you kind of need to make to win in the new era, or like something that's kind of flashy. So my winner potential is a C, but 11th place, I'm putting this and it feels kind of low. Like I really think Matt's safe to go to like, I would say his range is probably 13 to 2nd. Jake is where I have going 10th. And, there's pure jealousy. I wish I was in Australia and I found my wife. So you're going 10th, you fucker. That's not why. I do think he's going to have a hard time winning. That is partly why. That is completely why. Jake, I have his winner potential. I think C. Let me consult the list. D. Damn. I'm going to keep it D. Fuck it. How dare you do what I want to do? Go to Australia and marry someone without telling me how to do it. You motherfucker. That's why you're a D. No. His actual reason is I just think his energy, it's kind of like the whole, you just look at him and you think of like Danny from 44. And I just don't think people are going to give him the reins to ever win. He could have control early on in his tribe dynamic, but I don't see it working out in a way where he can hold the whole way as a leader type, and he might very well want to be a leader type. I think people are going to have preconceived notions of him, and then they're going to like him, but then he's going to have control, and they're not going to be down with that, and then he goes. And that's how he gets 10th place. In 9-5 MC, and this kind of comes down to, I think this grouping will start to fall off. I can see her and Jake working well together, and that's why I kind of have them going out together. They go for the head dog. MC not really able to cover. MC goes next is kind of what I'm feeling here. Again, I think MC is safer, though, for the long run than Jake. I can see more worlds where Jake goes out early than MC. I think MC is going to be very easy to work with, super connecting with people, good in challenges. And I can't see a world where MC is like first 3 boots. And people are going to have their own alliances they want to work with that might not include her, and that's where MC goes. I think she's going to be cut by more savvy players later on. I heard a lot of New Era from her, and I don't judge people on that. And you can win if you only watch New Era, but I'm damn sure going to judge you on that. I take it all back. You're C. But if you brought up more old school, I would have put you B. But I heard too much New Era, and I didn't like it. So I had to punish you and make you MC. In 8th place, we have Sophie with an A tier win potential. I kind of picked a more negative look on how I think her games could possibly go. Even though 8th is very solid, actually, as a placement, I think she's like going in the 9 to 4 range. And if she gets to the end, I think she could talk and win her way. Listen to her speak. When I first heard she was like a YouTube kind of techie person, I was like, there's no way she's going to like have me liking her on a level where I think she can win. And she did. She's super likable, easy to root for. My thing is, I think she's going to connect with Jason. And I think Jason's getting smoked out early, as we already discussed. So I think Sophie's going to be kind of on the back foot for a lot of this game. When I hear someone's an alternate, I usually think like they're going to go out this second time and they're going to come swinging. It's not like it's their second time playing, but it has that same sort of energy of they were there and then they got robbed from them. And they're not going to let that happen again. They're going to do their best this time. So we'll see. Sophie, I've gained 8th, though. Solid player. Could easily see her winning. Getting 7th, I have Steven. I think Steven is 7-2 range. B tier win. It could happen. But to me, Steven just seems like, when you look in the new era and you see a Charlie, an Austin, a Xander, a Sam, a Jake, Steven seems like that type of person. And that type of person doesn't win. I mean, I think a lot of them could have won. And they didn't. Like, if I did a post game, they would all be like A tier possible winner people. But they didn't end up winning. For some, his archetype goes far, but they just rarely, it seems, win. Steven, I can already see Steven losing in Final Tribal Council. Now, I don't have him going out there. I have it a little different this Final Tribal Council. But I just think Steven gets smoked out 7th. Maybe in more of a Sammy fashion than like a goes to the end Austin fashion and loses to D. Very smart guy, but also charismatic, funny person. I'd say he was like a top 5 interview for me. Like he had me going, ooh, ha ha ha, ooh, if that makes any sense. So I do have a lot of faith in Steven to do well. I would say shocked if he doesn't make the merge. I would be boffed if he doesn't make the merge. He is in the merge. There are 3 people in my brain that I was rattling around. Actually, 4 people in my brain that I was rattling around. But one was mainly because of outside factors, which we'll get to. But the 3 people from what I've watched that I'm rattling in my brain that they could be a winner. First one coming up. 6th place, I have Nicole. I think Nicole is so likable, so charismatic. Another person where I was saying, ooh, a lot in the interviews. Nicole, lock to go far. Lock. Weird kind of way she got her profession, if I remember right. I think Sophie from her tribe, the one I haven't got to yet, I can see Sophie and Nicole getting along beautifully. And based on the fact I haven't got to Sophie yet, you can tell I think those two really do a good job of establishing, control over their tribe and then pivoting that into the merge dynamic. Okay. So Nicole, A tier. She's in my top 3 based on the interviews I can see winning. Ultimately, I win a different way, but hey, I think Nicole's going to be doing a lot this season. A lot of confessions. She'll be doing good. Number 5, the Rizzgod. Or was it Rizzgod? I don't know if he put 2 Z's on it, because he's one of the first one I watched. Been a fucking couple weeks since I've really seen his video. But one thing I do want to say before I even discuss how I have him 5th place and a C tier winner potential is he is not cringe for having the name Rizzgod. We need to clarify this. He had the name. I wanted to go in. If he was cringe for having the name, he would be an F tier based on the fact his name's Rizzgod. But he established the Riz Empire before it became a whole internet meme cringe shit. You know what I mean? Riz set forth as the Rizzgod before it became a whole Riz thing. So I give him the pass for his slanderous name of Rizzgod that disgusts me. I give him the pass. So the obvious thing is he's making moves. Not that I hated his interview. Getting his interview, I would have had him place high no matter what. But I just get Charlie vibes, and that's a losing finalist vibe, okay? I think I get the Jeff's favorite vibe. Like, when I was watching Riz's interview, I'm like, I can see why he's on. The only reason I wouldn't think he'd be on 50 is because Jeff wanted to do a fucking podcast with him about 50. 5th place. I think he's going to play a dynamic game. He could also be a losing finalist, but I didn't think they would pick 2 people for 50 that are both losing finalists. Spoilers, I just spoiled where Savannah's ranking, but whatever. We're about to get there anyways. But RIZGOD, 5th place. Christina, the last person I watched, and a top 5 watch for me. Christina, super charming. She gives off easy making it to the merge. No one's going to target Christina. They like her way too much. And, like, I would be devastated if Christina got out early. She's super likable. She was the other out of the 3 people that could be winners. She was 2. I really almost picked her. My whole thing is the comparisons I'm getting from her are people that lose at the end. The Tajes, the Cerise, the Marias even. I could even go like maybe Lauren from Heroes vs. Hustlers in a country way. That's not really a good compare. A little bit there. My point is, I think Christina is going out in a devastating fashion. Fire making challenge. It just feels like super likable, probably gonna be a fan favorite, and they'll get out in a way where everyone will explode and scream. So that's where I have Christina going. A tier potential to win. I really wanted to pick her. That's a lie though, because I picked someone else instead. So I didn't like you enough to pick you. But I do love you. Get out there and smash it. Number 3, Annie. I didn't want to put Annie in like the typical spot. I feel like the Annie older kind of fit could beat your ass, outdoorsy type, active type woman. Either goes like top 3 as in 18, 17, 16 or second or third in a lot of predictions. And that's usually the formula I stick to unless they can like prove to me to not put them there. And with Annie, I just like I'm either putting her second or third, or I think she's going early. But I don't really see her going early. I think she's more outdoorsy enough. She just gave me a lot of Sue energy. So I see third. I see third. It is what it is. This archetype, I would love to be proved wrong. Because I hate doing it. I hate always putting, when a Sue comes on or Heather comes on, that's where they end up. But that's just the vibe I'm getting from Annie. For every single damn reason, I should put number 1. Let's break it down. First off, we know 2 people from this cast.
2 players.
We know both of these people's names, Savannah and Rizzo.
For $1 million bucks, I've done a hell of a lot worse for a hell of a lot less.
There are 2 winners, but 3 tries. Little sus. 2 winners feels low, especially for 24 people. One of these 2 from 49 is not with these other winners. They are on their own tribe, away from the other winners. That person, Savannah. It all points to her. Everything points to Savannah being the winner. But I think CBS knows that. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they made it so obvious that I'm going to respect them and say, no, Savannah did not win. Because these are sly bastards. They made sure they weren't casting any winners from recent seasons up to 40. Because they didn't want to spoil. Well, Island of Isles could be a lot of different reasons. But they were probably clamoring to bring Chris back. They didn't want to spoil that season. So, I have Savannah getting second. And my only reason for this is the way I can see, she feels like someone that can really drive people crazy. I think she's going to be great TV. Like, I can see why she's on 50. But I want to go with my gut and what the videos are telling me. Damn all the information around me. Tunnel vision, ignore, you're getting second place. And that leaves number 1, the winner. Sophie, with an I, no E at the end. That's who I have winning. I also think she could go out quick. I think Sophie's going to be a high variance. I have never picked someone in the new era that goes out before the merge. So I'm risking my legacy on season 49, which potentially could be the last New Era season. Crossing my fingers, we change it up a little bit after. But Sophie, I believe in. Her takes, her favorite moments are weird. The type of shit I like. They are pre-40. The way she talks, charismatic, witty, but not someone I can see really annoying people. I think Sophie is a very solid person. I think she might struggle in an initial first tribal, but I think Sophie is going to be one of those people. The longer Sophie stays, the more dangerous Sophie's going to be. So I'm going to ignore everything that's telling me to pick Savannah. Because I don't want to be reliant on factors that are not my intuition and my gut. This is about my gut, my channel. My prediction should be my gut, not just fucking, oh shit. Well, she don't want all the things point to. Nah. Because I don't see it. You might see it, but I see different shit. So I got Sophie winning. That's it. Survivor content. My next Survivor video will probably be at the merge. I'm going to do the same thing I did for 47, I think, where it's 3 videos. Before the season, merge after the season. Because it was just fun doing it that way. I don't like doing overboard on Survivor, but I do love it enough. I can do 3 videos on easily. And, I might also start doing Australian Survivor, this same sort of thing. Definitely going to do it for 50. That's it. Regardless if I look like an idiot or not. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait for season 49. And I cannot wait for all these people to play. Goodbye.